Guys, great to see you. Welcome back to another video, and this is going to be the first in a series of videos taking a look at the style of Eric Clapton. Okay, so obviously Clapton is one of the most iconic players of all time, and he has covered such a wide variety of material, and he's done a great deal to promote the blues over the years and keep some of that music alive. And a phenomenal musician and fantastic vocalist, and there's a great deal that we can learn from his music. And over the years I've covered many of his songs, and so it's my hope that in this series of videos that I can bring something for every level of player, from the beginner right up to the more advanced player. So we're going to be taking a look at some of his cover songs as well as some of his original material. And that's another area in which we can really learn from Clapton, is that whenever he does a cover song of somebody else's material, he always imparts something very special of his own within that. And this is something that I'm often trying to encourage you folks to do, because really that's the essence of music in a sense. It's a very strong component of what we're trying to do as musicians, is to find our own inner voice. And I like to try and encourage people to find that. And the only way that we genuinely find that is by understanding the basic arrangements of a song and then playing it without thinking too much about what everybody else has done with the song, and trying to bring about something of ourselves to the song, whatever that might be. Okay, so we may make a radical tempo change to the song. We might sing it in a completely different style to how it's ever been sung before, but either way, whatever we decide to do with it should be something of our own, if we possibly can, right? So I'm hoping that you're going to really enjoy this series, because we're going to go very much in depth into some of the content that we cover as well. All right, so what I'm going to start out with is an album that he released back in November of 2021, around the time of the pandemic. And during that time, he released an album called Lady in the Balcony. And on that were a number of cover songs that he played, as well as some original material. And I covered quite a selection from that record, of which I would like to share with you. The idea being is that if you hear anything that I play throughout this video, there will be a full dedicated lesson of whatever it is that you hear me play. All right. Now, some of these lessons are very, very in-depth. So, for example, I did a lesson on Black Magic Woman from the album. That's a 30-minute lesson taking a look at everything that you need to know about the song to play it to a very high level, as well as the solos and everything else. So you're going to find that there's plenty of content there to keep you entertained, as it were. At least I hope so, right? So that's the idea behind the series of videos. And perhaps if you haven't already, you would consider subscribing, or clicking on the like and the bell notifications and all those type of things, because it really helps me to grow my channel. All right, so one of the first things I'd like to play for you is a song of Eric Clapton's that he wrote about his wife Patty, who used to be the partner of George Harrison, and it's based around that. But all that aside, the actual chord progressions and everything are really, really nice. Now, on the album, he plays a 12-string guitar quite a lot, but don't let that, just because I'm playing a 12-string, it's by no means necessary to play anything of what I'm going to show you, all right? It all works really, really well on a 6-string as well, so don't be fazed by any of that. So like I say, I'll play you a little section of this Golden Ring so you can have a kind of flavour of it and hear how it goes. And should you wish to follow up on it, just click up here or down below in the description, and you can go to the full lesson and have a little bit of fun taking a look at it. Okay, so this one goes like this. He gave to you golden ring, made you happy, made you sing. I play it for you on my guitar. Didn't last long, didn't go far. Though the times have changed, we've rearranged, will the ties that bind remain the same? And there you have it. There's just a nice little section from that song, and that one is called Golden Ring. And like I say, follow the links if you're interested in learning that one. It's a great one. So next up, we're going to take a look at a song by Peter Green. And Peter Green, for anybody who doesn't know, was a founding member of Fleetwood Mac, and he wrote some beautiful songs over the years. Passed away a number of years ago, and Clapton plays tribute to him on this album by covering a couple of his songs, one of which is Man of the World. And this is a beautiful song, and what I've done with this song is I've released two versions, two lessons, okay? So one for the beginner, whereby you use a pick or a plectrum. It's a little bit more accessible. Or one for the more advanced player, which is fingerstyle. And this is definitely a song that I would recommend having a go at. It always goes down so well whenever I play this one out live. People seem to really enjoy it. So, like I say, you could potentially start out with the simple version to get yourself comfortable with the chords. And then you could progress on to the more advanced version, which is fingerstyle, as I say. But either way, I think you'll come away, feeling good about learning such a great song. So let me play you a little section, and then, like I say, should you wish to learn it, just follow the links. I could tell you about my life. They say I'm a man of the world. I've flown across every tide. I've seen lots of pretty girls. And I've got everything I need. Couldn't ask for more. There's nowhere I'd rather be. I just don't feel sad anymore. Okay, so like I say, that one is called Man of the World. Certainly worth having a go at this one because it's a beautiful song and it's kind of quite different to most other tunes, all right? So, like I say, you can follow those links to that lesson should you wish to learn that one. Now, moving on to another song from the album, and this one is called Rock Me Baby. Now, I first heard this song played by B.B. King, and it instantly spoke to me. I really, really enjoyed the song. So when I heard Clapton play it on this record in an acoustic style, I just thought this is one I'm definitely going to have to get down. So let's take a listen to an excerpt from my lesson on this song so you can get a feel for what's involved with it. Okay, now again, don't forget these songs can always be played in a more simplistic fashion or a more advanced way. So that choice is purely down to how far you want to take these songs. So let's just go take a listen. So before we start getting stuck into this solo, let me remind you how it sounds. Okay, so as I say, what we're going to do is we're going to break this solo down into little manageable parts, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how each part sounds, and then I'll explain it to you. All right, so let's get started. First little section we're going to look at sounds like this. So, 6th fret, 4th string, and we're going to play that note and hammer onto the 7th fret. Then we're going to do exactly the same on the 3rd string. Then we're going to go down onto the 2nd string, 5th fret, play that once, and then we're going to come down onto the 5th fret 1st string and play that note 3 times. Like so. And then we're going to come up onto the 2nd string, 7th fret, 5th fret, and then up onto the 3rd string, 7th fret. Alright, so one more time. What we have is now lick 2. So as you can hear, that's a classic song and well worth taking a look at. And this is a 2-part lesson that I've done. Okay, so there's real kind of detail in this lesson if that's what you're looking for. Okay, so not only do we take a look at all the kind of rhythmic aspects of the song, but I also fully break down the solo that Clapton plays within the song. So for anybody who's really interested in those nuts and bolts of what Clapton plays for his solos and things, this is definitely one worth checking out. Okay, now moving on to our final piece, and this is another Peter Green song, and many people out there kind of mistakenly think this is written by Santana or somebody else who might have covered the song, but it was actually written by Peter Green. And this is a great song, and this is something that is actually not too difficult to play. In a rhythmic sense, it's actually very straightforward. Very few chords and not too difficult. Very much these songs are all about us finding our own voice and putting our own slant on these songs. So you shouldn't feel obliged to play them exactly as they are, but rather maybe take elements, or what I often suggest is to learn the song first and then start seeing what you can do with it, how you can make it your own in a sense, okay? So, with this song, Black Magic Woman, it's not too difficult, like I say. Now let's check out what's happening in the verses.
Got a black magic woman, got a black magic woman, got a black magic woman, got me so blind I can't see that she's a black magic woman trying to make the devil out of me. Don't turn your...
Okay, lovely verses there. So what's going on? Essentially what he's doing is he's playing this E minor. He's still playing that little G thing as well. He's throwing that in as well. Got a black magic woman, E minor with the G thing. Got a black magic woman. Now this chord's interesting, okay? It goes by various names. You've got a B minor 11, an E7 sus4, but you know, in layman's terms, it's very like a B7 without this index finger playing the D sharp. So essentially what we're doing is we're playing the 3rd and the 5th strings on the 2nd fret. That's all that's happening. But we're stopping this top string, the E string, from playing. So we have, okay? So we have that chord. And the only other chord we really have is an A minor 7. All right? Which is like an A minor without this ring finger. So without playing the 3rd string. So in other words, 2nd string 1st fret, 4th string 2nd fret. And again, we're not playing the top string. All right? So let me just show you briefly, as you could hear Eric was playing there, you've got a black magic woman, E minor, G, E minor, got a black magic woman. There's that chord like the B7, right? Back to E minor, minor woman. It's back to the E minor. Got me so blind I can't see. That's where we go to the A minor 7. Lovely chord, right? That she's a black magic woman. Back to the E minor. Okay, so you get the idea, right? There's a lot of scope within this song and plenty of places that we can take it. So there we have it. We've looked at a selection of his songs to get ourselves started on this little course, this little reminder of some of the content that he's presented over the years. And hopefully there's something there which, encourages you to have a go at it. And please do share your feedback with me on this video and perhaps things that you'd like to see me cover within this series. And do check all my other Clapton lessons as well. I've done a lot from the Unplugged album. Certainly 3/4 of the album I've covered already, as well as some of his slide playing and some of these other things. And if you haven't seen those, don't worry too much, because when we come back in part 2, we'll cover some tracks from some of his different albums. So thank you so much for watching. If you wouldn't mind clicking on the like or the subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. And for anybody, like I say, who's interested in supporting what I do, you can head over to my Patreon page. There'll be links up here and down there and everywhere else. And thanks so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you soon with another lesson. And in the meantime, you take care.